been a while, but today is the official start of basketball off season. And so you know what that means. It's time for Nathan But Net Season 2, and I got an amazing guest with me, CeeJayHoopTalks. So introduce yourself, man. I got your YouTube up on screen, so.
Uh, and this man found me. He knows what he's talking about, and I love it. But yeah, I'm CJ Who Talks.
Yeah, I used one of his clips in one of my videos, the Joshua Primo video, and so I ended up reaching out to him, seeing he wanted to do a collab, and he watched my Joshua Primo video, and he was like, "Yo, this man's awesome." So I really appreciated that, and now we're doing the podcast together. So real quick, CJ, I've noticed on your channel, you're pretty big into Spurs. That seems to be your team. So when and how did you become a Spurs fan?
Actually, hold on, cause I got a couple people to shout out.
All right.
Hold on. I always have this on deck. My
Nice.
first jersey. You know who number is this? Like,
The only thing that's coming to mind right now is the Coyote, but he's got the exclamation point.
oh, it's inverted. That's why.
Oh yeah, that's right. I got the championship poster right there. So
Oh, for real?
yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I had to look. I'm so used to seeing Kawhi's like Clippers jersey. I completely forgot. Because everything
right?
every time I think of two now, I think of the Coyote.
Yeah, it's but
Mind completely
Yeah,
blanked. I'm sorry.
you said what?
I said my mind completely blanked on Kawhi Leonard. I'm sorry.
It's alright. But Manu got me into basketball. Like,
For sure.
yeah, and I love, man. To be honest, I think I love Manu more than Kawhi. And
I think every Spurs fan does at this point.
yeah, like I love, like, even more than Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
And that's because I
Oh,
just
more
love
than
seeing Manu
Tim.
play.
Dang. You
Yeah,
love
I know, right?
Manu more than Tim?
Yeah, I think I would be killed if I said that like out loud, you know?
Yeah. Well, you are
Yeah.
live right now, so.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, and
I think one of my videos.
Hang on.
In my top five, and I just like I rewatch all those games with
Audio
Tim
cut for a
Duncan.
sec, but you're good.
Okay, but yeah, I rewatched all those games. Hard to believe that people don't think that the Spurs was just not dominating, and man, I just love the Spurs, man. I love it, and they have a great future, and I love Lonnie Walker, and DeJounte Murray and Keldon. All the young guys, you know. Oh, you got the mic out now.
Yeah, cause my AirPods died, and so
Yeah.
I didn't want it to echo, so I plugged in some actual headphones. So.
All right, but yeah, it just, man, everything I love about the Spurs is just very good organization, man. It just,
For sure.
yeah, I mean, do you have your origin story on your channel?
Do I have my what?
Origin story of why you like the Spurs?
Oh, so I actually went on SSPN's podcast, and they kind of asked me the same question, and I
Yeah.
just said, football is the biggest sport in America, but
Yeah.
I couldn't really get into football, so instead I took a liking to basketball. Always watch the basketball games, and I'm about 30 minutes from the AT&T Center, so I mean you got to root for the home team, and
Yeah.
loved the Big Three, and then started getting into like hardcores like statistics and like stuff like that for the podcast around like senior year of high school. So I was just like a
Yeah.
casual watcher, and then senior years whenever I started being like, hey, like sports analytics is like an actual job, so maybe I can do that.
Yeah.
And, and I know I've got a lot to learn. I'm still a rookie at this thing, but we get better as we go. You don't ride the bike on the first day. So
Yeah.
I
mean,
what's up?
so who's your favorite Spurs player?
Of all time or right now?
Man, of all time, I need. Yeah, all time.
Probably.
You can't be biased. You can't be biased on what they
mean,
accomplished. I'm talking about, huh?
I was gonna say probably just Tim, but I know that's the cliche answer.
I'm saying you would just want to watch them play. And I'm not trying to hate on Tim, but
I want to see Tim dunk on some people again, or maybe even Kawhi again. If Kawhi was still with the Spurs.
oh my God, yeah.
Kawhi's like always getting injured now, but
Right?
yeah,
He had his best years with us, for real.
for real. Anyway, first question I got on here for you, and this should be an interesting one. What revenge tour are you looking forward to the most? We got Tyler Hero coming back. We got Chris Paul trying to prove the haters wrong that he always loses in 2-0 leads. We got the Ben Simmons revenge tour, obviously. We got the LeBron revenge tour since he got wiped out in the first round. We got the Klay Thompson revenge tour, and we got the Spurs youth coming back after all our vets left. So which revenge tour are you most excited about?
Man, so I don't know if you've been like keeping up, because I barely post, but
Yeah.
I've been on the Spurs,
Yeah.
Ben Simmons, and LeBron.
For sure, definitely.
So that's kind of hard. That's kind of hard to choose.
Yeah. Dude, or go ahead.
I mean, what you was gonna say? Because
I was gonna say, like, it's exciting to like look at all these Ben Simmons trades, because that's actually the next question I have.
yeah,
Is like, wherever Ben Simmons goes, it's gonna be nuts no matter what. Even if he stays in Philly, it's still gonna be crazy, because you got that beef, and it's like you got that beef now with Embiid, and he's obviously not gonna get paid, and Charles Barkley said like you need to make an example out of him, because Ben Simmons is trying to like he's intentionally taking his trade trying to gather my words. He's intentionally tanking his trade value. And so but Charles Barkley was saying like you need to make an example out of Ben Simmons. If Ben Simmons says, I want to go here, you say, screw you, I'm going somewhere else. And that's what the Spurs kind of did with Kawhi too. Kawhi was like, I want to go to LA. And Pop was like, I'm sending you over the border, bitch. And fucking yeah, but like you got to make an example out of Ben Simmons, because Ben Simmons is saying, like I run this team, I decide where I go, I decide, what my contract is. And the 76ers are like, hell no, if you're gonna try and pull us down, we're gonna send you off to boot camp.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on that?
I like how you mentioned on the Kawhi thing, because thing is, it's kind of a different situation, because I hate the Lakers.
I just brought up like a screen by accident, so don't worry about it. Sorry.
Yeah, but I was saying like Pop, he hate the Lakers, so
yeah.
When people were saying he was like Kawhi to the Lakers, I was like, yeah, that's never gonna happen. He would never do that. Yeah, so dang, about that Ben Simmons thing, I really think the 76ers should just keep him at this point.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, did you see the trade demands? Like they was asking?
That's true. But I think that would go along with the lines of like what I said is like you got to show that like he's not going to always get what he wants. And so keep him in Philly even though he's not going to play, just so he can lose his pay and be like, "Hey, if you're going to try and play dirty, we can play dirty too, and you're just not going to get paid." Yeah. But I saw some crazy trades for Ben Simmons. Like you were saying, they were asking like crazy like expensive demands. Like I saw one for the Warriors. The Warriors wanted like Andrew. Is it Andrew Wiggins? I think it was Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins, another player that was unnamed, and then like either one or two like first round picks for Ben Simmons, and it was like, what the hell?
That's actually surprisingly, because you know what he asked our Spurs though.
Wasn't it like Keldon Johnson and like 2 more players or something like that?
I remember that, and it was like 4 first-round picks and 3
Yeah.
like, yeah, I was like, who's making that trade? You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. There's so many jokes about like the Philly GM like smoking crack and stuff like that.
yeah, I'm like,
Like, there was actually one that I think could have actually worked though. I gotta pull it up because I don't remember it exactly. But it was like a 3-way trade with Philly, the Mavericks, and the Kings. And I was like, this one could actually work.
I
So let me
guess
pull it up real quick.
Porzingis is getting traded or healed.
Yeah, it was like Porzingis for like it was like Porzingis for De'Aaron Fox or something like that. Let me pull it up. Give me just a second. I'm sorry. Here it is. Philly receives De'Aaron Fox and Buddy Hield. So you can follow that meme of everybody saying get Buddy out of Sacramento.
Yeah.
And then Sacramento receives Ben Simmons and Porzingis, so the Kings can actually be back. And then Dallas receives Marvin Bagley, so MB3 also getting out of Sacramento, and then Tristan Thompson and Tyrese Maxey. And I was like, this one could actually work.
Yeah, but all the teams, the Mavericks, they're gonna take a hit.
Yeah, the Mavericks. But I mean, everybody's saying build around Luka. So I mean,
Yeah.
if you Luka signed like the max like 5 deal or something like that. So I mean, if people always saying all you need is Luka, so go ahead, make the trade, prove it, Dallas.
Yeah. Yeah. Man.
But what I was saying earlier about like the revenge tour is I could easily see Ben Simmons, because he sees all these like all these teams that aren't taking him. I could easily see, like, say he goes to Sacramento and the Spurs don't take him because obviously like the Spurs already have like 17 players and we don't really need him that bad. Then he plays the Spurs and he's like, I'm gonna show y'all why y'all should have traded for me or something like that, and just goes crazy. Or whenever he plays Philly's like, if what's his name is still coaching there, he can be like,
Doc Rivers?
Yeah, Doc Rivers. I knew it was Doc something. For some reason, I just spaced out. Brain fart sometimes. But Doc Rivers straight up said like, I don't think Ben Simmons is gonna bring anybody to a championship. So like playing in Philly just, he does that. Have you seen that Kevin Hart joke where like he's messing with James Harden or whoever, and then like at the end of the game he like looks at Kevin Hart and he's like, tell your team what you did to him. I can see Ben Simmons doing something similar where like he just goes crazy, drops like 30 points, and then just looks at Doc Rivers and be like, you did this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's all I got on the Ben Simmons situation. If you have anything to add.
Actually, it's so crazy. When you was texting me, like DMing me, I actually brought my own topic.
Oh, what's up?
All right, so man, so there was like this TikTok, right?
Yeah.
And they brought up the Pacers.
And they said,
a crazy fact, they never had above a number top 10 pick during their whole time of being a franchise.
Yeah.
And I saw this comment, and it said, it's so crazy how consistently average the Pacers is, right? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I know I'd be like posting some Pacers memes or something, so I just wanted to get like your insight of what you think this like season could be on them when they're not like, if they're healthy.
I think that the Pacers have they were more than average for a while in the beginning of the 2000s because you obviously like had Reggie Miller and Steven Jackson and like all them, And then
Yeah.
I'm actually doing a video on that later, sneak peek to the people listening, called "What If the Malice at the Palace Never Happened," and where the Pacers could be
Okay.
now.
Banger.
Yeah, exactly. Um, so I mean, I just think the Pacers are one of those teams. They kind of do the opposite of what the Spurs do. I would say, because like the Spurs, what the Spurs do is like they don't really, the Spurs don't really trade. The Spurs
Yeah.
kind of just work with the guys they have, and they don't even like trade up at all. They just like they're like, okay, this is the pick we have. We have the 12th pick. All right, we'll pick this guy with the 12th pick rather than like trading up. And I
Mhm.
think the Pacers are the opposite. The Pacers are like, all right, we don't care about draft picks. Let's just see how we can get the best players on our team somehow.
Yeah.
And let me just look up where they were last year so I can remind myself. And
I
then
think they're like 9th or 10th seed, or 11th. I don't know.
yeah, I'm
The
just
big-
gonna remind myself real quick, and then I'm gonna look up the roster because do they still have Oladipo?
Nah. He do. He.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Pacers were 9th. You are correct. Let me look
Yeah.
up their roster real quick.
Like on paper, that roster look kind of like
Yeah,
like
it's loading right now.
like an eighth seed at most. Like not even an eighth seed, probably like 5th seed. Yeah, I feel like
You got
if they look
Holiday's brother. Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry. You got T.J.
it's true, it's
Warren,
true.
Miles Turner. You got Sabonis. Okay. Let me look up Sabonis's overall in 2K real quick. Because if I had to guess, he's probably like around like an 83 or something. Just a random guess. He is an 86. I was 3 off. So it looks like, yeah, there's a lot of guys in here, exactly like you were saying, that it seems like are kind of like 80s overall in 2K. And I feel like, and I know like 2K's overalls are like notorious for like being inaccurate sometimes, but I still feel like sometimes it's like good to like kind of gauge like what their value is sometimes.
Yeah,
Cause like obviously like, what was I gonna say? I feel like you could package some of these like 80 overall guys and do exactly what I was saying. You could package some of these like 80 overall guys, try and get maybe a 90 overall guy. Like you had Victor Oladipo, and then you just got rid of him. Like, but
yeah,
I think the Pacers are kind of in a situation that the 76ers were in a couple years ago before they started the process, and it's exactly what you said. They're kind of just been average the last couple years. They've been, going in. They've either not been making the playoffs, or if they make the playoffs, they're like knocked out, like the first round, and they
yeah,
need something that will put them a higher level above. And the Spurs were like that for a while, and now the Spurs, we got rid of all our older guys. We got this younger squad coming in, and we talked about on the SSPN podcast where we think the Spurs would end up, and I think all of us like unanimously agreed that we would be 9th seed. So we still need like another superstar, but at least we're getting, we're getting
Yeah.
better. So the Pacers need to do something to get better because they're kind of like in neutral, and I don't know. I don't know how else to like rephrase it. I don't want to repeat myself, but it's like they're in
Yeah,
neutral,
I-
just like the
I understand,
76ers. Yeah. But yeah, that was a good question. I like the Pacers are just kind of like, because that has to go with like what I was gonna say later about the Magic as well. Like I feel like the Magic are the exact same. Like the Magic
Yeah.
are just like, and I was gonna joke like I feel like the Magic are in like I don't give a fuck anymore mode. Because like you
Yeah,
saw
for real.
you saw on like trending NBA and stuff like that how they were
Yeah.
joking about like giving J. Cole and Adam Sandler contracts. Like the Magic just don't give a fuck anymore. They're just
Yeah.
like, let's just do funny stuff now. You know what I mean?
I mean, they still got Michael Carter Williams starting, so it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, like, I mean, Yeah.
They
How you
finished.
feel about RJ Hampton and Mo Bamba?
Mo Bamba I think is really good, and then let me look up this other guy real quick. What was his name?
RJ Hampton.
I gotta look at his stats real quick because I don't remember his stats off the top of my head.
It's okay for a rookie. I'll say that for a rookie. Like
He's
yeah.
age 20. Yeah. 17 minutes played. Okay. 6 points. Okay. 2 assists. Yeah. Pretty good for a rookie. I think I don't know, it's hard to say. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
He was drafted 24th pick by the Bucks in 2020. Okay. Yeah, I feel like again the Magic just need to get more pieces to the puzzle, just like the Pacers. Like RJ Hampton and Mo Bamba are not going to be able to do it all by themselves, especially when you have other duos like Drew Holiday
Yeah.
and Giannis that are easily going to top them. Like
Yeah, I mean,
you can have
they
a
got
duo.
Kobe.
You can win a championship with 2 really good players, but the problem is your 2 really good players have to be 2 really good players. Like
Yeah.
if you have 2, like Mo Bamba is all right, RJ Hampton is all right, but they're not like a Giannis and Drew Holiday pairing, or Giannis and Chris Middleton, I guess I should say. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
you need a dynamic duo,
yeah.
and I don't think they're there yet. But they finished like 14th. The Magic finished 14th last year. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that should tell you everything you need to know. It's like they just need more people, man.
Yeah.
Let me see what else I got. I asked you the revenge tour thing. Yeah. Or yeah, I guess we can kind of go back to it cuz I can ask about specific players on here. So, how do you think Klay Thompson will turn out this season? Because, you know, everybody says he's going to have a revenge tour. You know, everybody's talking about his old stats. But the problem is, those are his old stats. Like, if you go to Buckets on Instagram, I posted it on my story. I don't know if you saw it. But I reposted one of their things where it said what the NBA looked like the last time Klay Thompson played.
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, Klay Thompson is a good player, but at the same time, he hasn't played in how many years now?
2 years.
2 years? Yeah. That was when, yeah, because he played when Kawhi won the championship.
Yeah.
So it's like, after 2 years, you know, you may be a little, I'm not trying to say Klay Thompson's going to be rusty, but at the same time, it's like, if you, say you're learning math or something, and like this is gonna be a terrible analogy, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Yeah.
Say you're like learning calculus, and you just don't do calculus for 2 years, and then somebody gives you a calculus problem. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? How do I do this? And like you're gonna need to like get something to like make it click in your head again. You know what I mean? Hang on.
Yeah. I don't see Klay being good. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. He's already gotten injured for 2 years.
Yeah.
And now he's 2 years older, which means he's going to be more prone to injury.
Yeah.
So, I mean, here's the big question. This is something I was saying before I started a podcast. I don't think I've ever said it on the air. But if Klay gets injured again, like this season, 3rd year in a row, do you think he either A, retires, B, gets traded, or 3, nothing happens, he just stays on the Warriors?
Well, I mean, how long is this contract before we think about anything? That's the context, you know?
Yeah. Let me check real quick. How long is Klay Thompson's contract? There we go. Because I didn't even think about that. It says 5 years, but it doesn't tell me what year it was signed. Oh, okay. So he's still got 2 years. Oh, excuse me.
Still got 2 years.
He's an unrestricted free agent in 2024.
Ooh, okay.
But
So,
you can also retire at any time though, because LaMarcus Aldridge, like he
Yeah.
retired when he was on contract because it was like health issues. So if you're getting injured every game, you can like still retire, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, I don't think he will retire though.
I don't think he'll
Like,
retire either. I'm just saying he has that
yeah.
option.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the Warriors would trade him though, because the Warriors, like, they're gonna get heavy backlash of trading Klay. Like, that's like trading a. Even though Klay is not the franchise player, he's like one of those statures of.
He's
being
the second
it's
option, yeah.
Yeah, it's like if we would have trade. If we would have trade Tony Parker, even though Tony Parker left us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we traded him.
I get what you're saying. I feel
Yeah.
like if he gets injured this year though,
Yeah.
his like player stock will definitely go down. I feel like it'll be
Yeah.
kind of like a Kevin Love situation. Like Kevin
For
Love
real.
was like an amazing player, but like then Kevin Love started getting like injured all the time, and now
Yeah.
people are like, Kevin Love. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like I feel like especially by 2024, like say like this if he gets injured again, this would be his third season not playing. And then he has how old is he now? He would have 2 seasons after 3 years of not playing at what age? Real quick.
I think he's about to be 30, like 31 or something.
Klay Thompson age. He is 31 years right now.
Sheesh.
So if he got injured this season, it would be his third season not playing. And then he has to come back after 3 years of not playing at 32 years old.
Yeah.
And then by the time he becomes an unrestricted free agent, he would be, what's 3 years from now? He'd be 34 with 3 injury seasons. That doesn't look good for a trade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Dang, that's sad. That's really sad to think about. For real.
it'd be like never mind. I was gonna make an analogy, but it would just be bad. Let me go to the other stuff I have written down. Oh, this is a good one. Where do you think the Lakers will end up? Because we saw them play tonight, obviously, but Kyrie Irving didn't play, James Harden didn't play, and Kevin Durant didn't play, and they still beat the Lakers. And I know LeBron didn't play, and Melo didn't play, and Russell Westbrook didn't play. However, Dwight Howard and Anthony Davis did play, and even with the Nets' big three, the Nets are without the Nets' big three, the Nets still won. So,
I still got them going to the finals and winning it all.
you still got the Lakers in the finals?
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I want to hear your take on this.
Still got them. So many people telling me they're not doing anything, and I think this is like one of those seasons you just can't doubt LeBron this time. You know, I feel it. Because I can't. I gotta stop doubting him. Like, eventually he's gonna get back and he's gonna win a chip. That's how I feel about LeBron at that point. You know, like.
I feel like Kawhi's getting older. I feel like if he plays the season with his son, like he says he wants to, he can maybe win it with his son. But like you look at, I know this has been a topic that like every single person has talked about, but you look at the Lakers' age, man. Like everybody on their roster pretty much is above 30. And so like I was making jokes on my Instagram. I was like, man, the Lakers gonna need a med pack, bro. Like I feel like Kawhi's gonna go up for like some posterize and dunk, and he's gonna land weird. LeBron's gonna get injured again. Then you're gonna have to start somebody else, like DeAndre Jordan or something. DeAndre Jordan, he's all right, but he's not LeBron. And then I feel like I just feel like half the players on the team are gonna get injured by like
Uh,
the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, they still got Talon Horn Tucker. I mean, he's okay.
Yeah.
He's all right. You know, he saw that posterizer dunk that he did with when he was like near half court. I mean, half on free throw line. Like that was okay.
Yeah, but I mean, does all right win the finals though? You know?
I mean,
Have you ever looked at a finals championship player and been like, he's okay. He's all right.
You know, that's how I was feeling about and what was the shooting guard for the Bucks?
Drew Holiday or Chris Middleton? Drew Holiday?
No. I said the shooting guard, the one, because Chris Middleton was running small forward, and
Let me check real quick.
I think it was Dante. No, it wasn't Dante.
Because it was PJ Tucker, Chris Middleton, Giannis, Lopez, and Drew Holiday, wasn't it, for the starting five?
Well, I mean, not the one who started. I'm talking about the one. My fault. The
Bryn
one
Forbes?
who was coming off the bench.
Hang on. Pat Connaughton?
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I was like, he's okay. He's all right. That's how I was feeling. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you. But everybody, like, a lot of the Bucks players were saying, like, that he was bad. Or a lot of the Bucks fans, I mean to say. Like,
Yeah,
I was watching the finals, and, like, every single Bucks fan, or every single Bucks post I saw on Instagram, all the comments were like, bro, bench Connaughton for the rest of the series.
Like, yeah, he was definitely that guy who just like saving time for the star players to get their energy back, you know?
Yeah,
like
he was just letting them get their bench minutes.
how you feel about Bryn Forbes being back?
So this is a topic that's been discussed on a lot of Spurs podcasts. I think he's he's definitely a sniper. He's got some he's got some championship experience.
Come on,
everything
you know
like
he
that.
didn't get no minutes.
What?
You know he didn't get no minutes on that team in the finals. You know he didn't get no minutes.
Yeah, but I feel like he's gonna take minutes away from our Spurs guys, and that's what I don't like. I'd rather see something like Trey Jones, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Eubanks, and Samanik. However the fuck you pronounce it, Luka. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always mess up his last name because it's like, yeah. But and like regarding the five, a lot of people are gonna be like, why not Jakob? I've explained before. I know it's a controversial choice. Put Luka in at the five. I don't like Jakob at the five. Like bench Jakob.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
Because Jakob is way too soft, and if I've been watching like footage of like old games, and basically the point I made was, we're obviously not winning the rebound battle. I feel like we could be getting more steals with our younger players, and therefore we're not having as many possessions as we should have. And therefore, if we're not getting as many possessions, we need to make the most out of possessions we do have. But whenever you look at Jakob, every other play you pass it to Jakob, Jakob's turning it over.
He can't really do nothing. He don't have any offensive fundamentals except for like dunking,
Yeah, exactly. I was watching so much game footage where they pass it to Jakob, and then Jakob just like it like spills out of his hands, like he just turns it over, and it's like, come on, man. So I feel like Trey Jones, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Eubanks, Luka, starting five.
Yeah.
So and then like you can sub out, you can switch Eubanks to the 5, put Doug McDermott at the 4. There's some interchangeable there. There's been a lot of argument in the Spurs community about like who the starting 5 is. So you can change around like the 4 and the 5 a little bit and stuff like that. So. What about you? What's your Spurs starting 5?
I was gonna be Well, I mean, is Dirk White healthy? Like,
Yeah, he should be because he didn't play in the bubble because of COVID, but I don't think he's ever had like an injury.
well, I mean, last season he was injured a lot until like the later part where he was actually good.
Let me look it up real quick.
But
Derek
well, this
White
is if Derek White is not injured. I really want to see Lonnie Walker shine, and I still have up highs for Lonnie. You know what I'm saying?
past sprained ankle. White missed extensive time in 2020 to 2021 while recovering from August toe injury. We'll miss the rest. The Spurs do not expect starting guard Derek White to return this season after he sprained his right ankle, but that was April 28th, so that was a while ago. So I think he'll be back this season. But say you're starting five one more time. I'm sorry.
I was gonna use. Well, I mean, this like if Derek White is injured, I really want Lonnie to shine, and I just want him to get like one more chance to prove himself before
Yeah.
I have to give up on him. But yeah, it's gonna be DeJounte, Lonnie, and Doug, Keldon, and I was gonna use Samanich or Eubanks because I really can't watch Poto. Poto,
Exactly. Yeah.
he's a 7-footer who can't make a layup. Like I
Yeah,
just can't.
Exactly, dude. Yeah. There's like we have so many players. It's hard to like choose a starting lineup. But I can agree with you there. I feel like Lonnie Walker will get a lot of minutes because of exactly what you said. Like Pop, he's kind of been like him and Pop have sometimes like been at odds with each other, and he's a free agent next year. So I feel like it's gonna go A or B. Either Pop's gonna be like, "You're not playing. I'm trading you next year. Forget you," or Pop's gonna be like, "Okay, you're a free agent next year. Go out, show us that you deserve to still be here."
Yeah.
Or it's gonna be one. It's gonna be A or B. So he's either gonna bench him for like a lot of the season and be like, "We don't want you here. We're trading you next season," or Pop's gonna give him a chance. But we'll have to see which one it is. And then what else did I have on here? Okay, so kind of going back to what we said before. What are your playoff predictions and standing predictions? What do you think the 1 to 15 will be for each conference, and who do you think will win the title?
Okay. See, that's hard. That's hard. I hate those predictions, man. I hate it. All right, look.
I tried doing it, and I got a bunch of people being like, people defending their favorite team, being like, "Oh no, they're gonna be way higher," and I was like, I had a Pistons fan come at me because I said after drafting Cunningham, they would go from 15 to 10. And somebody was like, "Ah, no, the Detroit making it to the conference finals this year." And I was like, "There's no fucking way the Pistons are making it to the conference finals with one good player."
So this is actually all right. Can I do a shortcut? Can I just name you who's gonna be the best and who's gonna be the worst? Because that went through rate.
For sure. Yeah. You can do that.
All right. So the best for me, I feel like this year, I think the Jazz can do the first seed again, but they're not going to do nothing in the playoffs again. Yeah. I feel like they can do it. Other if the Nuggets, if Jamal Murray can stay healthy, they can fight for that number one spot. Nobody cares about that number one spot, really. You know what I'm saying? It's all about that postseason success. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
At the worst, I think it's gonna be the Timberwolves on the West.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. They just have poor luck, and I feel bad for Karl-Anthony Towns. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah. And for the East,
didn't Cat say he wanted to leave though?
I never read about that.
I could have sworn he got traded or something.
He didn't get traded. He didn't get traded. That would be really sad because this man Cat been in Minnesota.
September 23rd, 2020. Okay, this is recent. Potential Cat trade packages in 2021.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just rumors, but I think he
Yeah,
said
it's
he
just
wanted.
rumors.
Yeah, I think I could be wrong in this. I could be completely wrong, so I'm not gonna say it's for sure thing. But
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure at one point he said like he didn't want to be in Minnesota anymore. But I could be very wrong on that. So don't take
Yeah,
that as
I don't know
yeah
for sure.
yeah
Yeah. Um, but in the East though, this is like the first time like you don't really have a bad team other than the Raptors,
yeah.
and like, I don't want your Raptors fandom on your page coming after me. So
It's crazy how the league has shifted, man. Because like during the Spurs era, it used to be
yeah,
like, all right, whoever wins the West, the West is the craziest place in the NBA.
yeah,
Whoever wins the West is gonna win the title. And now it's gone completely opposite. It's like, oh, the East is crazy.
right,
All the good teams are in the East. Whoever wins the East is gonna win the title. It's completely shifted the other
yeah,
direction. So, yeah, it's hard to choose who's gonna be the best in the East, man, because it's just like last year. It depends solely on injuries. You know what I
yeah,
mean? The Nets could get injured again. The Bucks could get injured. The uh, injuries happen everywhere. Like last year was happening because we didn't really have like that much of an off season.
yeah.
But a lot of these players are getting old, man. We were just talking about LeBron earlier. Like these players are almost hitting 40 now.
Yeah, and they
You
still
know?
dominating the league too. That's the funny
Yeah.
part. So it's just, um, but yeah, so I'm gonna do the worst first on the East.
All right.
So it's between the Raptors and the Magic.
Yeah, I can agree
Yeah,
with you
that's
there,
what I was like.
100%.
But the best though,
I
that's
mean, they lost Lowry. They don't have Kawhi after 2019. Like
yeah,
Raptors losing everybody, bro.
yeah, and eventually they're gonna lose Siakam because Siakam he looking
Yeah.
fed up on that team.
I thought Siakam was gonna get traded after the draft. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Right?
Like,
And
even the announcer during the draft, like, because they drafted like a forward. Like,
yeah,
even the announcer during the draft was like, Siakam better stop packing his bag. Everybody thought Siakam was gonna get traded, man.
yeah.
Hey, Fernando's in here. What's up, man? Sorry, since I'm live streaming, I got a live chat up.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So that used to be my co-host on the podcast, but he would never show up to work.
Yeah.
Fernando, if you want us to talk about something, let me know. I got some topics written down, but if you want us to talk about something, just let me know. We did playoff predictions. You said you think Lakers are gonna win it all. All right. Training camp. What did you think of the Spurs training camp videos?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't watch it yet.
Oh, all right.
I didn't. Wait, hold up. Give me an insight. 1 to 10.
1 to 10. Like where? Like what do you mean 1 to 10?
All right. The last time I seen any type of Spurs, like any type of basketball, is when Lonnie Walker and I think Marco Carl Williams, it was in the gym hooping. And,
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I thought you were done.
oh no, it's okay. You can go.
I was just gonna say, like, honestly, there wasn't much to see from training camp.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching the videos. The main thing you could see is that, once again, like, it's not different from any other season that the Spurs are number one in team chemistry, man. And I think they will forever be number one in team chemistry. And it, like, you were watching the videos, and even the caption on the video, I think, said, this is going to be a fun season or something like that. Because they're like, who was it? Oh, I can't remember. I think it was Devin Vassell, but I could be wrong. I'm trying to remember. through like he like jumped up, and whenever he jumped up, he threw it behind him through the legs to somebody behind him, and they're like laughing and stuff like that. Like they're just having fun. And like I know some people are like, oh, they're laughing it off. They should be working hard, you know, like this is their season now. But it's like, dude, it's the Spurs. They're a family. They're here to have fun with each other, you know. So that's all I really thought about the training camp videos for the Spurs, to be honest. I know before training camp started, they were still doing or no, it was during training camp. I'm sorry. They were doing workout Wednesdays, and like everybody was saying like Eubanks is too small, but it goes back to what we were saying. I think Eubanks can play the 4 at the 5 because he was setting up screens and people were running into him, and like, you know, he's a brick wall, man. So, but I know you didn't watch the training camp videos, so.
I mean, you know what's so crazy about that chemistry and everything? People forget the main thing about chemistry. That was like the best thing about our championship in 2014.
Exactly,
like,
dude.
Yeah.
People forget. I talked about this on some previous episodes of the podcast, and I've talked about it whenever I was a guest on SSPN. People underestimate team chemistry so much, dude.
Yeah.
People sweep it under the rug. And the perfect example of this, they're just like, let's throw superstars together and see what happens. Dude, do you know the history between Patrick Beverley and Russell Westbrook?
Oh, yeah, they hate each other.
Yeah. Patrick
ACL,
Beverley almost went to the Lakers with Westbrook.
Yeah.
They would have put boxing gloves on in the locker room, bro.
For real.
And they almost were on the same team. It's like people just do not give a fuck about team chemistry anymore.
Yeah, yeah, like the past like championships.
Yeah.
Except for that Raptors one. That Raptors one, that was probably the worst team with no team chemistry. Other than that, like those teams had chemistry. Like they used to chill a lot, had videos out with each other. That Lakers team, that 2020 Lakers team.
Yeah.
That was probably like the funniest team chemistry too, because there was so much memes about with Bron and AD.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it ain't Kyle Kuzma, you know, they just chilling, you know?
Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to hop into what Fernando asked, and I think this is an easy answer. I think this is easy, but maybe you have a different answer than me. Who do you think is going to be the best rookie this year? Jalen, Cade, or Mobley?
Jalen.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Jalen fucking Green.
Jalen is a pure scorer, man. He might be one of my favorite players coming up.
Yes, I like him better than Cade, honestly.
Yeah.
And or go ahead, sorry.
Oh, but I was gonna say he just remind me of like of a scorer, you know, someone who could just get a bucket. But what you was gonna say though?
I was gonna say like Cade. I'm not saying he's bad, but I think everybody is overestimating what he can do, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, you're saying Cade's overrated," and it's like, it's not technically what I'm saying. I'm saying that again, we go back to what I was saying earlier. People think that Cade is some magical puzzle piece that are gonna bring the Pistons from like the bottom of the conference to somehow like a championship, and it's like, no, okay, you have the starting piece. You have the point guard. Now start building around him. Okay?
Yeah.
A point guard's job, aside from scoring and being a sniper, is to get assists and feed his team. And I made a joke about this on a previous episode when I was talking. I said this, and people really didn't like it. Because, like, obviously I was exaggerating, and I guess people didn't get that I was exaggerating. But I was like, you can't get assist when the person you're passing it to has a 20% field goal. I was like, obviously that's an exaggeration. The Pistons aren't that bad, but you get an idea of what I'm trying to say. You know, you as a point guard, you have to feed it to your teammates, and the Pistons just don't have those players yet. and they need to start building around him. And I don't know, man. I just feel like it could end up being like a Dame situation. You know, Dame is amazing, but Dame is like the only like Blazers player pretty much. You know, and
Yeah,
like you see all these videos now on YouTube that are like how the Blazers wasted Dame's prime. We could easily see the same situation happen in Detroit.
yeah, for
Um,
real.
and so I think Jalen's gonna be the better rookie. And as for Mobley, I think Mobley is sort of like a Giannis situation. I think Mobley right now is a little skinny, but if he can put on some weight, you know, he can definitely be a monster in the paint. But the problem is
Yeah,
he's still a rookie and he needs to grow a little bit. And you know, if you're gonna be dominating the paint, you need to put on the muscle in order to get the posters.
yeah. So about Evan Mobley, and so what I was thinking about him, because I was watching him play, I don't see anything good about him. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but
Yeah,
like he just reminds me of like a Stanley Johnson. You know who that is?
I don't actually. It's not
Um,
not coming to mind. I'm sure I could find him, but just
yeah.
off
I
the top
mean,
of my
once you
head.
see his face, like you're gonna know who he is.
Tell
But
me his name again. Yeah, I'll probably
Stan,
recognize his face.
Stanley Johnson.
Go ahead with what you were saying. I'm just gonna look at his stats real quick and stuff.
But I was saying, like, especially what the Cavs got around them, they got like so many centers. Like Evan
Yeah,
Mobley, he's not gonna be playing good. He's yeah, he's. I don't see him like as people making him seem like he's gonna be like the next big thing. I don't. I think
yeah,
people's gonna be very disappointed in him.
yeah. Have you seen that Cavaliers meme where somebody made a starting five and they're like all centers?
Yeah,
Somebody was like Taco Fall at point guard or something crazy like that.
yeah,
But
but
yeah, the Cavs are
yeah.
doing the opposite of small ball. They're doing tall ball. They're trying to, you know.
Uh,
All right. So what? Trying to think of how to phrase this. What game are you looking forward to the most? I know we talked about like what revenge tour you're looking forward to the most. What game? Because I know like today we saw preseason Nets Lakers, but none
yeah,
of the like the starters actually started. But like
yeah,
Christmas, I think it's Nets Lakers, and then I think you have like the Bucks versus somebody else, and maybe Bucks Suns is like sort of like a rematch type thing. I don't remember,
yeah.
but yeah,
Uh, so really, I want to. All right. So other than like the Lakers versus Nets, obviously, because that's must see TV, you know.
yeah,
But I want to see Hawks versus 76ers again.
for sure, bro. Especially if
Yeah.
Simmons leaves.
Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause, yeah, that's a tricky situation. The Hawks kind of demoralize the process. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
whatever the 76ers was doing, and or even Hawks versus Knicks. You know?
yeah. All right, so
Yeah.
I got a question here from Fernando again, and I actually wanted to ask you this. So I know this season is obviously starting.
Hmm.
So we don't want to think too far into the future because we still want to talk about this season. However, I'm gonna make an exception here because in the training videos, Pop said this is purposeful, and I think that Pop is one of those people. You know, Pop is known to have a 5-year plan without saying it. He thinks like way into the future. He has a plan
Hmm.
for everything. Okay? And so, who do you think we're going to get next year? And since we already have a bunch of players, who's going to leave? And like what build do you think we'll have next year? Who do you think we'll trade next year or not trade? Who do you think we'll draft next year? Because
Man.
if we do really bad, we can get Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren can be like our big guy. He can be like our new Tim Duncan. We can get maybe Ty Washington, even though we have a bunch of guards. Ty can be like that Tony Parker. You know, imagine Joshua Primo, Jet Holmgren, and Ty Washington, bro. That's our next big three right there.
Man, okay.
So basically, Fernando's question. Sorry for me to summarize. He said,
But
Who do you all want on the Spurs next year? Holmgren, Benchero, or Hardy?
well, obviously, I would want the center. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know anything like about the draft people how they play. But you was telling me the players we're gonna get rid of. Man, I already know the players who we're gonna get rid of. We're gonna get rid of Forbes again. Eventually, we're gonna get rid of him.
For sure.
Eric White is gonna go.
Probably.
Yeah. He can't stay healthy.
Yeah, I was gonna say his injuries. Yeah.
And I don't know the way how they're making it seem like the Spurs. Jakob is gonna go.
Yeah, I would like to see Jakob go. I don't think DeJounte might leave. I don't know. That one's hard to say.
Yeah.
Depends on his minutes this season.
And because he kind of been iffy this offseason with his captions on his Instagram. So I was like,
yeah.
like, you're staying, right? You know?
You're staying, right? It's like that meme where it's like, say psych right now.
For real, like,
yeah. As for who I want, though, I already said who I think we'll get. Because you can't say who we think we'll get because obviously the lottery's crazy. Who I want is Holmgren. And obviously not because obviously he's the number one pick, but that's not my main reason. You look at Banchero and stuff like that. What we really need on the Spurs is like a really good leader because that's what we had in Tim Duncan and that's why we won. Tim Duncan could lead the team. And Banchero, I feel like, has way too much of an ego on him. I feel like he carries himself kind of like a Kawhi, and I feel like there would be some team chemistry issues and like some issues with Pop, just like Kawhi. So I don't want Banchero, and yeah, I think Holmgren could be a leader. Although it's hard to be a leader when you're a rookie, especially if like Devin Vassell and them are vets by now. So they'd be like, we're supposed to listen to this guy that just came out of college? But anyway.
I wonder how that worked with Tim Duncan. Like, especially with David Robinson around. Like, he just came in. He was like, all right, I'm that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's like that meme. I feel like Banchero would, like, come on to the... I feel like if we got Banchero, Pop would try and tell Banchero something, and Banchero would be like, "You're not that guy, pal. Trust me." And then like the rest of the Spurs would be like, "He is that guy. He's won 5 championships. He's like the best coach. Listen to him." And then Fernando asked again. Well, I guess we're almost at an hour, so we can finish these questions by Fernando, and then I got like 2 more things for you, and then we can end it off. So
I mean, how long? Wait, I'm sorry to ask you this, but how long do you think that's gonna take? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting real tired right now.
So we got 2 more questions by Fernando, and then I wanted to show you my surprise I got for you.
All right, bet.
So Fernando says, "What do you see Primo's ceiling being over the course of his career?"
He still got growing, so
yeah,
he could really be damn near Kobe. We don't know. We don't know. Like yeah. We just gotta watch. We gotta watch how he develops, and
I feel like he can definitely be a Manu, like after G League. I definitely feel because like Pop, obviously, like we have one of the best development, like in the league. And I was watching like his college stuff at Alabama, and he's a catch and shoot just like Tony and Manu. And he also gets steals and rebounds like Manu, so I could definitely see him being a Manu. But then again, I said the same thing about Vassell, and I was wrong. So I don't know.
Like I see,
Vassell
like a Kawhi type player, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last question he asked, we kind of already talked about it, so we don't have to spend that much time on it. But he says, "Where do y'all think Ben Simmons will go?" It's hard to say, man. You said to keep him in Philly. So I think keep him in Philly is a good idea because, Well, again, I don't want to repeat myself because I already said it, but keeping him in Philly will make an example out of him, which is really what the Sixers need to do.
Yeah.
All right. You have anything to add on that or no?
I mean, you hit it on the spot. you gotta learn that lesson. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm telling you, if I was in Ben Simmons' shoes, like, I would be like, trade me, but I'm still showing up to practice. You know, like I'm still, because there's so much you could be doing with that money except for feeding it back into the NBA. You know,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
All right. So before you leave, it's the last thing we'll do. I said I had a surprise for you.
Yeah.
I told you last night, give me a team and a mascot. Do you remember what your answer was?
Baltimore. Not the Beast. It's like Twin Beast. Yeah.
Baltimore Twin Beast. All right.
Yeah, BTB.
All right. Let me go ahead and upload these here. So I want to know what you think of these. I made I made 4 versions of it. You can tell me which one you like best.
Let me
Got
check
a little
it.
surprise for you.
Oh, that's nice. So that second one. This one right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see it.
So
I like the second. Huh?
I was just gonna explain to the people like what I'm showing. So every guest that I have come on, and every one of my NBA like friends that I talk basketball with, I basically tell them to give me a fake team and a fake mascot. And what I do is I try and make a logo out of those 2 things given. And then I make a logo for their fake NBA team. And so I wanted to surprise you with it and get your thoughts, because for all the viewers watching, I also do this over on my Patreon. If you donate, if you donate on Patreon, give me a team and a mascot, I can make stuff like this for you. And in the video on YouTube, I will put up some more examples of some stuff I've done. And I just hope you like it, man. So
I love it.
Those are for you.
Thank you. Ooh. Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm about to go. I gotta go.
You got
handle some fighting in the bathroom real quick, okay?
you got anything you want to say before you leave? Shout out your channel one more time. Anything like that?
Oh, thanks for having me on. Watch this man more. He knows what he's talking about. And CeeJayHoopTalks.
Hey guys, the audio cut there, but make sure to subscribe to CeeJayHoopTalks. His link will be in the description, as well as subscribe to me down below if you enjoyed. And that is Nathan But Net, episode 11.